What's up guys, and welcome to JC Karting. As this is my first video, I just wanted to take this time to introduce myself. Hello, I'm Joseph, and I have been a huge karting enthusiast for the better part of 2 years now. And I thought, why not start making some YouTube videos for fun, and to show off my unparalleled driving prowess and incredible skill. Today, I took my camera for the first time to Ain Raceway, where I'll be racing with my dad to see who's faster today, and to get some footage for a good first video. So now that I'm finally done yapping, let's head to the track, shall we? So, before the fun begins, let me run you through the layout of the track real quick. And before you say anything, there's like a metric ton of sand on the track, so hold your horses. Anyways, turn 1 is this really obscure downhill double left, which leads pretty nicely into turn 2, which is a sharp left that under ideal conditions should be taken near flat out. This then leads into turn 3, which is a small right-hander to set you up for the double right-handers of 4 and 5. Which in turn leads into turn 6, which is really cool for setting up switchbacks. Then onto the long straight between 6 and 6. Which leads to the more tricky section of turn 7 and 8, which has a really punishing curb here on the outside, which is important for setting up this right-hander of turn 9, which really is pretty cool. Then you have turn 10, which sets you up for yet another long straight, before coming into double left-handers of 11 and 12, which again, under ideal conditions, will be taken flat out. This is also a really cool spot for overtaking. Next comes the bane of my existence, turn 13. After another long straight, we have the longest braking zone ever, and usually a bunch of sand. Next is turn 14, where the turn-in point is over this little bump, and then onto the finish straight. And that's the lap. Anyways, this is where the fun begins, and you get to witness the racing prowess I was talking about earlier. With my first overtake halfway through the session is through that tricky 7 to 8 section where my dad hits the curb and leaves a massive opening for me to overtake, with some celebrations of course. Then about a lap later, you get to see that turn 11 to 12 overtake I was talking about, and it really does work quite nicely, especially in people who don't take it flat out. Another lap or two, you get to see that switchback in turn 4 to 5 I was talking about, and as you can see, it works great too. I must say, absolute banger overtake by me. And he tries to push back, but to no effect, obviously, because I'm the GOAT. After that, you can see just how great the grip is on turn 13, as my dad falls victim to the sand dunes and gets sent wide. And I guess I misjudged how far back he was, because I was expecting him to try to pass, so I tried to set up for a switchback, but it didn't really work out that great. And then comes the big incident of this race, where after pulling off another great overtake, I'm speeding down towards turn 13 again. But then this time it's gonna be different. Ooh, ominous. As my kart starts to slide as soon as I turn the wheel the slightest amount, which I try to correct, but the grip is just nowhere to be found, and my dad, having absolutely nowhere to go, just hits me in the back. But all good in the end. But my camera, however, decided to lay itself down for a rest on my helmet, so that's where I'm cutting this footage. So for the second session, I ended up giving him the helmet so we could have some of his POV of my grand overtakes. And after a bit of delay, we were off for another race. My first overtake is again like halfway through the session, through 11 and 12 again. Well, nearly, as I don't really have the speed to catch up and end up hitting him instead. The battle keeps going on until turn 13, where I absolutely miss my braking point and slide way too much to keep my speed, and he defends where I was gonna go pretty nicely. A couple laps later, basically the same thing happens, only this time my turn 12 exit is compromised by traffic, so I'm a bit farther behind into turn 13. But this time I actually managed to take the turn normally and execute another beautiful switchback. And later, I've been keeping up pretty closely since turn 2, staying close through turn 3 and taking a new, more aggressive line through turn 4. After noticing my dad's gone wide, I wait for him to shoot past the entry to turn 6 and make full use of another massive gap. And now, you're going to witness something so rare it was thought to be impossible, reduced to mere myth and legend. As we're heading down to turn 13, I monumentally mess up my turn in and hit the curb, slowing me down a lot. And my dad takes full advantage of this as he makes a move down the inside and actually manages to overtake. Woohoo! And even though I get pretty close, he keeps the position. And now for our final battle of this race. I've been applying pressure since turn 2, trying to get my nose in wherever possible, but my dad's defensive driving is on point today as I am always forced to back out. However, I get a good exit out of turn 7 and 8, managing to close the distance. And as I know he likes to take turn 9 with a very wide exit, I set myself up to go down the inside. And we end up side by side, but as I have the inside line, I manage to stay ahead heading to turn 11. And as he is on the inside now, I expect him to overshoot the apex, so I brake early and just in time to pull off the last magnificent switchbacks of the session. And look at that sunset, it's beautiful. Anyways, that would be everything for this video. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you'd like to see more of on this channel. More videos with talking, less talking, more overtakes, maybe some hot laps. Please let me know. And once again, thanks for watching and have a good day.